In this week's Bleach, Nemu has a flashback.
Doctor, I'm afraid of backstories. When did this all start? Well,
Bleach, Chapter 642, Baby Hold Your Hand 5, starts with Akon having a discussion with a young Nemu who's wondering why Mayuri doesn't call her by her real name.
I don't know my name.
She says her real name is Sleeping Number 7, and somehow this transitions to present time where some clumsy chick from Squad 12 is dropping containers and saying something's coming out.
That's what she said.
Akon notices the containers are early contributions of the Mayuri project. He tells a story of how the first 3 attempts were failures, but the 4th produced a brain, which helps some clown guy I've never seen.
Dr. Roxo, the rock and roll clown!
He goes on to say number 5 helped Mayuri remodel his Zanpakuto, while number 6 died at age 2. So number 7 surviving this long made Mayuri very happy. I'm sure the next panel explains why.
She had the fat ass, son.
Nemu leaps into action, but flashes back to asking Akon why Mayuri doesn't call her by her real name. He insists she ask him herself.
Please, God, give me the answer!
If he had to guess, it's because he's embarrassed. She says that's impossible because he's unable to possess such feelings.
It's amazing. You are 100% wrong.
Akon goes on to say Mayuri once said creating the way gods create should be the Shinigami's dream. But dreaming while awake is crazy, which is why the project was called the Sleeping Project.
It's not very funny, but you learn something.
So all those days Nemu spent growing, Mayuri was living his dream. He was probably embarrassed that she'd realized this one day.
I have no idea what's going on here, do you?
She wonders if she remained ignorant, would Mayuri go back to calling her Nemuri? Akon says that's impossible because she's the captain's greatest masterpiece.
That is so lame.
There's no way she wouldn't evolve as we see her race to save Mayuri.
Look behind you. Turn around.
Nemu completely obliterates the shit out of Lefty to the surprise of Mayuri.
That was totally wicked!
This is the power Mayuri has given her. He says he didn't order her to save him, but she informs him that it's her purpose to protect him.
What is my purpose?
You pass butter.
Her purpose is to mature and develop, but what better way to display that growth than by protecting Mayuri?
Hey, stop! That's gay!
She sets him on a building and takes off, but Mayuri can't help but feel disgraced that the day has come where she fights for him.
I hate my f***ing wife!
Nemu attacks Lefty with Konpaku cutting 6%. This percent of Konpaku will destroy anything it comes in contact with.
Here's the envelope and you just pushed it!
She launches the attack, Righteous Spirit Heavy Ring Blaster, right into Lefty's eye.
We're done here.
Another good chapter this week with a well-done backstory. Seeing what happened to all the other Mayuri projects before number 7 was interesting. Some failed, while others helped to do other things like upgrading Mayuri's Zanpakuto. But finding out that Nemu was the successful completion of Mayuri's dream was, in a twisted way, kinda sweet. He wanted to create something out of nothing the way God does. So with Nemu, he accomplished his dream. This makes her his most cherished creation. It's good to see the nicer side of a total psycho.
Who you calling a psycho?
Seeing Nemu kick some ass was refreshing for this fight. Mayuri's tricks were fun, but it's awesome to see brute strength just rip Lefty apart. From my understanding, she's using percentages of power to attack. My guess is once she's used 100%, she will die. A lot of people have been thinking Mayuri's gonna die, but with her interference, I believe she's going to. Whether or not she beats Lefty before dying is up in the air. Have to see the extent of what this Konpaku cutting can do. Either she kills Lefty but dies in the process, or weakens Lefty and Mayuri finishes him, but she still dies. I wonder if Mayuri's gonna cry if that happens.
You don't get to ask questions.
She's right, you don't get an opinion.
So I'll give this chapter another 8 out of 10. The flashback to Nemu's creation was done well. We got to see more emotion out of Mayuri, and Nemu's power seems pretty destructive. For my question of the week, will Nemu survive her fight with Lefty? I'm afraid if she uses up all of her power, there's no chance Mayuri can bring her back. Favorite comments always featured in the next review. Here are last week's winners. Alright, that does it for me. Remember to comment, like, subscribe, and follow me on Twitter. I'll be back next week with Nemu vs. Lefty. Peace!